So yeah, everyone's coming in. I see in the chats right now. I'm seeing the chats blow up. How's everyone doing tonight? First, we're gonna start with a game. Okay? Y'all down for that?
Yes. Of course.
If you could have any celebrity be your best friend, who would you pick?
Oh, that would be easy for me. It would most definitely, hands down, be Rihanna.
Rihanna, why?
Yes, because she is a bomb.com.
Okay. Okay. What about you?
What isn't there to love about Rihanna?
If Little Peep was still alive, Little Peep.
Okay.
Since he's not, Lana Del Rey.
Oh, cool.
Okay, why?
Because both of their music have very influenced my life
Mm-hmm.
and saved me when I was in a dark place.
Okay.
So I appreciate both of them so much. I have Lana Del Rey's face tattooed on me along with her name.
Oh, wow.
All right. All right, now we're about to play Would You Rather. Would you rather be gossiped about or never talked about at all?
Gossiped about.
Why is that?
Because if there's nobody gossiping about you, you're not doing something right.
Hold on, ain't you the low-key person that wanted life to be low-key?
Well, see, I used to work at bars and stuff like that, so I wouldn't say well-known, but a lot of people do know me, but I prefer to be like, low-key and stuff like that. Now, it's been a very long time since I've worked at like the nightlife and things like that.
Okay, Viviana.
I guess gossiped about, because if you're, like she said, if you're not being talked about, you're not doing anything. You must not be doing anything.
Okay, got you. Gossip about. All right. What's the last random thing that made you smile?
What was the last what? Sorry.
Random thing that made you smile.
The last random thing that made me smile.
Yes.
Oh, so earlier today,
Okay.
I was on a trip with my sister. We went to Augusta, and my little sister had been going around saying this thing that says "cow is meow," and I never understand like what the hell that meant.
What does that mean?
I have no idea, but I was talking with my other sister earlier today, and I was like, yeah, I have a friend who has a really fat cat, and it looks like a cow. And then I was like, oh my gosh, cow is meow. It makes a lot of sense now.
Okay, what about you?
I was looking through I was like putting Polaroids up in my like Polaroid box thingy, and I happened to come across a picture of me and my fiance who passed away, and I didn't know that I even had that picture anymore, and it made me happy, but it brought tears to my eyes too. But it was happy tears.
Okay, got you. All right, what's the biggest purchase you ever made?
You go first.
I have to think about it. Oh, my car.
Y'all just be buying shit, huh?
So
My car.
My 2020 Dodge Challenger.
Okay, take out the car. What is the biggest purchase you ever bought?
My $5,000 puppy.
Hold on. You spent $5,000 for a puppy.
See, now I'm gonna explain this because I know I know you're supposed to adopt, not shop. I walked into a pet land with no intention of buying a dog. I just wanted to go in there and look at some things. This was on Valentine's Day this year. I saw this cute miniature Australian Shepherd, and she was in a cage with a bunch of dogs that were just abusing her, like literally. So I asked to play with her, and they brought her out, and she literally just took to me instantly. She just wanted to be hugged and played with, and we were told she's hypoglycemic, so you could tell she wasn't eating or anything because she's a miniature Australian Shepherd, and she's 6 months old and weighs 4 pounds. So she's very malnourished. And I even, after purchasing her, she was in critical condition. The vet told us that we're lucky that I got her. She would have passed away. And I called Petland to, let them know everything and tell them what terrible shit people they are to do such horrible things to animals. And the general manager of Petland in Dunwood, he literally said, and I quote, "I cannot ensure that my employees make sure every dog is..."
That's a tricky situation. Yeah, so you just got them up. Okay. So we about to transition into the actual video. So I'm going to play the audio of this. I want you guys to listen, then I want you to give us your perspective. Cool?
Okay.
All right. Let's get it.
Well, if you're half a man, then you should understand this full concept that men don't care about fair.
I don't have to care about fair either.
No. Men don't care about fair, or else we wouldn't conquer other people. You're of European descent. Looks like you're from. Your people are from the Caucasus Mountains. European descent. So
Julio.
I am very white. Yes,
that's fine. And some of them, and there's a lot, and between a lot of warring tribes, Germania, the Franks. If we cared about fairness, we would just let everybody stay on their land. Vikings wouldn't have raided and pillaged. England would have stayed on its island. Scotland would have been all right. Ireland would have been all right. Matter of fact, Hong Kong wouldn't have been a British protectorate for how many years? Oh, until the last, 30 or 40?
Okay.
Men don't care about fair. We conquer. It's winners and losers. Right? You're half a man.
I didn't know that.
Before we continue, what do you guys feel about the dating marketplace? Do you feel like it's fair for men and women, or do you feel like it should be flipped a certain way?
What do you mean the dating marketplace?
Yeah.
The dating marketplace. So meaning like, is it fair that I guess the guys that you want don't want you, or is it fair that you trying to go at a specific type of guy, but they may be playing games? Like, what do you feel about the dating marketplace in general, just the dating world?
I feel like you have to set, boundaries or goals, but you can't be too over the top with it because the perfect guy or the perfect woman does not exist.
Okay, got you. Okay, what about you?
Can you explain the question?
Basically, when you out in the dating marketplace, when you're dating people, are you finding that you are having success?
No.
Okay.
It is like it's just like a shit show.
Okay.
When you, I just feel like if you look, you're not gonna find what you want.
Yeah.
What you want is gonna come
To you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, I just feel like, when we go on Tinder and we go on these things, most girls do want to find a relationship. Am I right?
Yeah.
And most guys just
Wait, hold on, Vanessa. I gotta ask you. When you on dating sites like Tinder, like Bumble, like whatever, are you looking for a relationship, or are you looking for just like to have fun or attention?
I do not have dating sites.
Okay.
But I feel like, and this is me being honest,
Yeah,
if I was
be
to be
honest.
on a dating site, I wouldn't be in there looking for love, because
Okay.
half the people on there are only looking for one thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
no, it's a no for me.
Gotcha. It's a no for you. Okay. Got you. All right. Let's continue.
The only men were part of conquering.
Well, name me some great female warriors that have dominated the planet.
Well, I'm learning new education here, which is only men conquer.
No.
That's what you're telling me, right?
No, well, see, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to switch that. I'm asking about fairness. And I said about fairness. Why is fairness so important? You said because you're half a man.
Because if you expect something of me, I should be allowed to expect the same of you. And if you can't offer me that, you don't deserve to be in my life.
But that has nothing to do with fairness.
It has everything to do with fairness.
No, fairness means you get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome.
Cool. Cool bars.
You get an interview, you're
Bars.
not guaranteed a job.
No, you're not. But I work very, very hard to ensure that I keep it.
Well, if that's the case, you should. If that's
Let me give this video just a little bit context, because I know you guys probably not familiar with the people that we might be listening to. But the context of this, what I'm getting from it is that she is saying that the dating marketplace is unfair because the guys that she go for don't want to settle down with her and be loyal to her.
Then maybe she should change her perspective on what a man should be like.
Okay. What do you feel about that?
She's right, and I feel like maybe she should find a different guy.
Change her goals.
Change her goals.
What is it that she really wants from a man, and then cut off everything? Well, I would say personally, first make a list of what you do not want in a man.
Okay.
That's a great
I
idea.
feel like
Okay,
that would
okay.
be easier than making a list of what you would want from a man, because
Okay.
I feel like that list would be a lot longer.
Okay.
Yeah, like
And like I said, you cannot find the perfect man or woman.
That's some insight.
like
Okay.
nobody is perfect, and so in general, I feel like if you should just never lower your standards
Mm-hmm.
and always stick to your morals. You go and find or wait for somebody to come to you
Mm-hmm.
who is up to your par, up to what you want in life.
Okay.
And I believe that, you know, it is hard dating and stuff, but I feel like, you know, if as long as you're confident
Mm-hmm.
and you know what you're looking for, then you'll be able to.
I think that's the issue with what she's having. Actually, she's setting boundaries. She's setting a example of what she wants in a man, and she's realizing that those examples don't reciprocate what she actually can achieve. If that makes sense.
Oh no, you definitely make sense. And like Vanessa said, it would be better to make a list of things you don't want in a man rather than what you do.
That's some insight. I'll give you that one. Yeah, that was
because
clean.
that's just, you know, it's just a lot because everybody is different. You know, there's people that are really picky and there's people who don't care and just date anybody just for the sake of not being alone.
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
So-
Let's continue.
Right?
If that's the case, you should be able to secure the things you want. So you should have no problem.
Obviously not. Not when men are out here believing like you don't have to be fair.
Well, those two things can't exist in the same place.
Women haven't even been part of human history. It's just men, and all we care about is conquering.
Well, no. You just said you work very hard, so you should get the outcomes. See, if hard work was all that required, then we would almost be guaranteed. Hard work gets you a ticket to the dance. It doesn't guarantee you the top spot. How many? Who lost the Super Bowl, guys?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Can you say they worked hard this year?
Very hard.
Number
Probably.
2. Men don't worry about fairness. We worry about winning. And to the victor go the spoils. Just like, you know what? How many times you've gotten to a club into VIP for free when some ugly chicks had to pay full price?
Is that my fault?
No. I've asked how many times it happened before we go down that path.
I mean, plenty of times in Miami.
Exactly, but that's not fair, is it?
Well, please don't forget I'm not from here.
But that's not the point, ma'am. That's not fair, is it?
I also don't care about those things.
But so you only care about fairness when it doesn't benefit you.
I just don't go to clubs that often.
But that's not the point. I asked you, how many times you've gone to a club where you got in for free where ugly chicks or less attractive chicks had to pay? And you know that's happened. You didn't say, I'm still, excuse me, sir. Even though I'm attractive, I demand that you charge me full price. That's fair, right?
Okay, so because
Is that fair?
into places and get
Is that fair?
that means that I should
Is that fair? Before we go that, I'll answer your question if you at least answer mine. Is that fair?
Life isn't fair.
Okay.
That's
so
true.
what are your guys' thoughts about basically what he said about picking and choosing the benefits that benefit you and the things that you don't like that you try to fight for and to be fair about? I'll say that again. I'll say that one more time. What do you guys think about or feel about the way women pick and choose what to be fair about and what to be fighting about? For instance, I am pretty sure when women want to vote, women wanted to be equal pay and things like that, but they also wasn't like, hey, I want to join the army. Let me go sign up and fight and, you know, die overseas type of thing. So he's basically just saying that women are picking and choosing what to be fair about and what not to be fair about, and what to complain about and what not to complain about. What are your thoughts?
So basically, you're saying like a woman is like that lady, whoever she
Yeah.
sound like a
Yes.
bitch. But so you're saying like what they pick and choose to be mad about.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah,
what's
basically.
right and wrong.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I think that's a hard one.
It is.
What comes to mind when you said that? I don't know why I thought about Susan B. Anthony.
Okay.
But I feel like she was a strong woman who really, you know, was devoted to helping end slavery and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I don't know, I just loved Susan B. Anthony to death. And this has nothing to do with what you just asked.
Here's a
I'm
better
so
question
sorry.
no, it's fine. Here's a better question
Just
for
the question's
Vanessa.
a little confusing.
Vanessa, I want you to tell me what type of guy you want. You want a traditional guy, right?
Yes and no.
Okay. Tell me.
When you say traditional, I would like to go through the whole dating stage, getting to know each other before taking something to the next level, like moving in or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
Which would then lead to marriage and kids or maybe kids then marriage.
Got you. Okay.
But I kind of forgot the question.
There you go with those nerves again. Nervous. She's nervous. All right. Do you feel that women are traditional beings and you still want men that are traditional beings?
Yes, traditional, but not when it comes to financially, I guess you could say. I wouldn't, if the man wants to go ahead and provide for everything, you know, he can go ahead and do that, but I'm still going to work for my own. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm going to be interested in a man just so that he can provide everything for me. I would like it to be 50-50, but everything else, I would like it to be traditional.
Okay. So financially speaking, you would want it to be 50-50.
Yeah. Unless he wants to provide for everything, but I'm still going to go ahead and work for myself and get my own money, because another thing is that if you spend your time financially or emotionally depending on a man all the time, what's going to happen when he decides to leave you? If he decides to leave you, you're just going to be you're going to go back to your parents' house.
Gotcha.
What are you going to do? How are you going to support yourself? I always feel like a female has to work for herself and at least save money for herself, support herself.
Have something to fall back on.
Yeah, have something to fall back on, because you just never know. Especially nowadays, men change their minds so freaking quick about stuff.
Oh, trust me.
So it's you can never be dependent on anybody.
Okay.
You should really only depend on yourself.
On yourself.
And I don't know, because of everybody is a different religion, but my religion is Russian Orthodox. And what we do is we take care, our parents take care of us until we're old enough to take care of ourselves.
Okay.
And in their old age, they live with us and we take care of them.
Okay.
That's how it kind of is in the Spanish community.
Yeah,
and I'm Cuban too, so it's very in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you talk in the mic when you talk.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
The mic not all.
No, I got you. Let's continue.
Well, if that's the case, you accept it in the sexual marketplace too.
It doesn't mean I have to accept other people's bullshit.
No. Well, see, the thing is, ma'am, what you've proven, like many feminists and many women, you're okay with the double standards that benefit you. But the ones you don't like, you just throw at the wind, use sign language, shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right to deflect and dismiss guys who are normally intimidated by this thing. I'm not. I'm just challenging your positions. You're okay with it not being fair when it benefits you.
You're oversimplifying a very complex situation.
No, it's not really complex. There are no such thing as loyal. The concept of a loyal, highly effective, competitive alpha is a female notion.
And have to continue to compete with other pretty girls because men are too simple to stick with one.
Well, how about this? The kind of men you're talking about are simple enough to make the lights you live in, the air conditioning, all the stuff that you, hold on, excuse me, ma'am. The simple men built the world that you use.
I built my own world. So
no, ma'am, you used the world we built. No, ma'am, you used the world men built. Name me 5 great female inventors. I'll give you one. Madame Curie.
I can't believe you. So you're telling me that men and
no, ma'am. I just asked you a question, and you just you're answering questions with questions. We're talking about building. Name me 5 great female inventors or builders. Madame Curie.
5 inventors or builders. That's a really great question. That really is. Yeah, I was gonna. Well, also I don't remember the lady's name, but there's a bunch of buildings in Miami.
Take it. Go on and do it. Go on and do it. Go. Take it. She's afraid. Go on and do it. Go on and get on in there, baby girl. You got it.
Okay, but before we continue, what are your thoughts on that about the men building the world type of thing?
Well.
Okay.
That's not really much of an understatement.
It's
kind of true.
Yeah, I mean,
who do you think built all these buildings and things like that? It was mostly men.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to say that women don't, aren't capable of building things. I watch HGTV all the time.
It was just very hard for women to get the opportunity to try to build something into their own community.
Gotcha.
Just because you look at a man and you're like, okay, well, this man has the strength to do this. We're so little, people underestimate us all the time.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
This is what I always say: we're tiny, but we're mighty.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
we're capable of a lot. You know,
definitely.
Childbirth. You know, if we're talking about the old days, yeah, men were more of the providers and the breadwinning, and the women stayed at home with the children and made sure the house was clean.
Gotcha.
And everything. But today's society, it should be different. I mean, I think
it is different.
I mean, it is different now, and I'm glad that that I just wish that women, I think that we're getting equal pay, but still, like.
Oh God, here we go.
I feel like if we were back in the day, like, when women's right was all going, like all of that stuff was going on. If we had already had women's right way before we even had to fight for it, then it would be different. But technically, this world is man-made.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Gotcha.
It's a man's
That's all I needed
world.
to know. Now we can continue.
Miami was established by a woman.
Congratulations. But the land was established by, but this country was first landed by who? Men or women?
Men.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
And see, the thing is, I've done this show about survival, and you can go back to Bear Grylls' Island Number 2. Man, you can only be a feminist in a first world country.
Ooh.
Damn.
There's a hierarchy of needs. You are correct. We
don't need you.
College.
And we don't need you. You need us.
Great. I don't need you either.
I know we don't need you for survival. You need us for survival.
Okay, so
what I'm trying to get you to understand, ma'am, is you have a right to your opinions.
Obviously, I don't have a right to anything.
Well, no, you have a right to believe what you want, but the thing is, you're not allowed to the outcome. You're allowed to have an opinion, just like men are allowed to have an opinion, and you don't have to compete or deal in a situation that you deem is unfair. But you can't complain about the rules that are already set. You like the rules that benefit you, getting into the club for free, but you don't like the rules that benefit men. High value men have the leverage.
Because I'm 1 years old and I'm getting a little fed up of these men kind of attacking me. I do not go to clubs anymore. So please stop with your double standard bullshit. I work in a man's world, and if anything, I've had to work 5 times as hard in this world as a man to get where I am. So
look at hold on now. Since you want to tell me you've had to, you're 31 years old and had to work in a man's world. That's a privilege. You don't. Here's the thing, ma'am. You say the problems with men. The only one that's complaining about the double standard harshly is you.
Yes,
but it benefits you too.
All the benefits.
Well, here's the thing, ma'am. If you don't like, ma'am, you're a competent woman, correct?
Okay, so I should quit my job and never.
No, you should build Amazonia, and make it the female utopia that benefits women.
I probably should after listening.
Well, then go ahead.
Agree with you.
And then you'd have to actually build something. You'd have to put your mouth where you'd have to put your brawn.
I'm gonna give this a little bit more context because I don't think we got to that point. So again, she's going for talking about the men that are like the 1%. The 10% that they go after. Most women go after like the top 1%, top 10% type of men. And those men have a lot of options. So they don't tend to be faithful or loyal. So that's what they are basically talking about, that she's like, the dating market is not fair, blah, blah, blah. And he's basically telling her, hey, then you might want to pick new dudes. What are your thoughts?
It's true. I feel like she needs to change her goals on man, like I said in the beginning, because I feel like she's probably reaching out too far, trying to reach out too far. So she needs to take a step back real quick and think about reality. Like the perfect man does not exist. So stop looking for that.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
I mean, the perfect man does not exist. So, I mean, you just need to look for some. I mean, again, with me, it's not the looking. It's just, the true love will come to you. Okay. And I know that because of Alex Rakoff.
Okay. Gotcha.
And the love we shared for 3.5 years. And I just know that, you there's nothing wrong with dating. Absolutely not. There's nothing wrong with going out and feeling out guys and, going out to dinner and stuff like that. But true love comes when God sends it to you.
Okay, got you.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't like how that man told that woman that all women need a man.
Yeah, I feel like
okay.
I feel
Let's
like
talk
his
about it.
mindset
Nah, let's talk
is
about it.
still like
Let's talk about
back in the days
Nah.
because this world is not only now like in
it's not
today's
a man's
society,
world.
it is not a man's world anymore.
Okay.
Yes, a man built this world for us, but now here we are. Now we have a foot in the door.
I'm gonna let you cook
to where we can do more. Because at the end of the day, I genuinely feel, yes, a man has a physique to do things that consist of strength.
Thank you.
But there's a lot more things that a woman can do.
Okay.
A lot of more things. I feel like a woman can do a lot more than a man does. But a man is always going to be good for strength because, I mean, we might not have all the strength to do it.
I'll let you cook. Now's my time to cook. I let you cook, so now's my time to cook. So the reason it's like that is because of what men built. For instance, for example, when you're walking down the street and you don't have a man to protect you, guess what? You have guns made by who? Men. You have pepper spray made by who? Men. You have all these other options to where your safety can now be in your hands versus how it used to be where the man had to control your safety or be the person for your safety.
But then this is again where if we would have had those opportunities to do that before we were even allowed to do it, it could have probably been 1,000 times better than what it is today.
Okay, hold on. What do you mean exactly?
Like for instance, like you said, if it wasn't for men making guns, and us being as single females walking down the street, that we wouldn't feel as safe. But if we would have gotten the opportunities to come up with ideas like that,
okay, I see what you're saying. Okay,
then it would be different. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have to be like, oh, if it wasn't for a man, I wouldn't have a gun. Because if I would have had the rights to at least try to come up with an idea like that, then it would be different. Who's to say? Most of these men probably got their ideas from their wives.
Thank you. You don't know, really. In all honesty, I mean,
So it's like,
in all honesty, I mean, you know, Paul Revere was the one that told everybody that the British were coming. How do you know his wife didn't tell him that?
Exactly.
Now we're talking about delusional world right now.
No, we're talking realistically because you never know what goes on behind closed doors.
That's true.
You never know.
That part is true.
A man could have came to a woman, right, or to his wife, and be like, okay, so at the courthouse we talked about this today, and a woman who's a natural nurturer could be like, okay, so give her point of view. Okay. So then what is he gonna do? She's not allowed to go into the courthouse. Okay. So now he's taking her ideas and bringing them to the courthouse. So it's like, oh my gosh, a man came up with this. Yes, let's go for it. But little do you know that the idea actually came from his wife. So we just never know that. Men will never give women that credibility.
Exactly. Like, I mean, if you think of a man is getting all this credit, like he's getting all this hyped up and all this clout.
Chat going crazy, by the way.
This great idea, and then it's
gotta take out her jacket. It's getting hot.
And she's getting hot.
She's like, oh, I'm ready.
Conversation. Okay. But in reality, I mean, it's just men.
I got you.
We just like. It was a man's world, but today we are all equal.
It's a man and a woman's world.
It is our world. It is no longer just a man's world because there are women out there doing things that are just amazing, strong women.
Preach.
All right. Well, hold on. Let's take a pause real quick. We have 281 viewers. This is our second most viewed video so far. I want you guys to like, destroy that like button, destroy that like button. I see a lot of caps in the chat. I see a lot of laughing emojis.
A lot of people are gonna be mad and upset because we're here finally speaking our truth and our side, and it's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because at the end of the day, we all have different opinions. So,
well, trust me, they don't get this work.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Yep.
Well, I speak in more so facts and not really opinions. That's why I give very clear examples about the gun thing, about the creating thing. But you did give some. I would say you can't really prove or disprove if a person heard it from their wife or got it from their wife. So yeah, I would concede to that notion. But let's continue on.
Okay.
We about to hit 100 likes. 5 more people like the video right now.
Thank y'all.
I don't understand what you're saying again.
I'm saying that you came at me with the same line. I've had to put up at 31 years old and deal with men's bullshit. You're living in a first world country. You're in Miami, one of the most posh places on the planet, complaining about double standards that you participate in. The nerve.
Corrected you that I don't go to clubs, so you're
okay, ma'am. I just gave an example. You've been to clubs. I didn't say you continue to go. That's not the point, now is it? But see, that's another way of you trying to get me online and then correcting me because I'm a dumb man. I get the point.
No, you're very rude and very aggressive.
No, I'm very direct. And when you were doing this to the men, you had no problem showing your dick. I'm just acknowledging your balls because you're a tough woman.
Why? Why should I?
Why? Because I'm just giving what you give. I'm reflecting back what you give to people. But see, the thing is, you're okay giving this to people. Okay. I'm just challenging what you think.
These were my opinions when I came in here. I'm the one that presented these opinions.
I just listened to you for 2 nights say these things, and I'm just talking to you one-on-one. And you're not backing down. I'm just challenging what you say, man.
To a bunch of weak ass men tell me that I'm not attractive and I'm not this and I'm not that because I am not going to back down and listen to somebody.
Okay, are you saying the men in the room with you are a bunch of weak ass men?
If you think that I should have to accept less than
no, ma'am, I don't think you should have to do anything you don't want to. You're a free person. But I'm trying to understand, who are the weak ass men you're referring to?
Amazonia, because
who are the weak ass men you're referring to? Who are the weak ass men you're referring to?
Quiet.
What did I just say? Do I need
didn't hear you because you kind of start talking over me. So could you repeat it? A bunch of weak ass men doing what?
Yes. When somebody sits here and tells me I need to accept an unfair situation, that if we applied it to anything else in life other than men and women wouldn't be accepted by everybody in this room, but you're going to tell me that, I'm going to tell you that's bullshit. And that's not fair.
Okay. Can I give a response?
There's a million issues in our.
Before Kevin gives his response, because I do want to do that before I get you guys' perspective, I want to shout out these super chats real quick. All right, so we got Just Know I Plead the Blood. $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. He says, they reaching so hard, they ain't truth, that's denial.
Okay. We're reaching?
They talking about you guys, for sure. We got another super chat. Let's see. Contrail, please educate them about facts and feelings. Trust me, they will get this work later. And Yeet says, if civilization had been left in female hands, we would have been in the grass huts.
All right. Well,
left in the grass huts. I'm sorry.
I somewhat, I take offense to that a little bit.
Okay.
I do know that back in the olden days, yes, men were the stronger ones, and they did build houses and whatnot. But what was the women doing? They were bearing children, and back in the old days, most women died.
Try to talk into the microphone.
Most women died during childbirth, so you got to think about that. You can build a house, but back then and now, we grow a whole baby inside of us. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We give childbirth. And back in the old days, before there was epidurals and all the other stuff, a lot of women died in childbirth. So you can build your house, but that's not your life. And I'm very well educated, so.
Okay. I'm going to definitely disagree with that, but I'm going to hear Vanessa's point before we get back into the thing.
I don't understand what that person was talking about, that we're not educated, because I did agree that this world was built by a man, but if we would have been given the same opportunities as man, it wouldn't just have been a world created by men. It would have been a world created by women and men.
Okay.
So yes, I do feel whatever it is that I was feeling, but I know my facts as well.
Gotcha.
I never denied that this world was not made by man or anything like that, because it certainly is built by a man. But like I said, if we would have been given the same opportunities as a man, then it would be a different story.
Got you. Which actually, technically, I would have to agree with you because we just wouldn't know.
I mean, of course you would have to agree
that's
with
what I'm saying.
me.
Like, that's just,
there's
obviously
no other way around it.
Yeah, facts. All right. Damn, we got another super chat before I even can go to the other super chat. Now we got another super chat before I go to the other super chat. All right, Yeet. again says men need women for reproduction. Women need men for survival and reproduction. Reproduction and survival are not the same.
If
Facts.
we were living back in the day, I would agree with
Facts.
him. But nowadays, a woman can survive without a man because we can work for ourselves and provide for ourselves. We don't need a man to do that for us. Now, if it was like, okay, you got to get a tire changed or something like that, it would be a different story. Maybe you do need a man, but there are some women that could do it for themselves. You know what I mean? In today's world, a woman does not need a man for survival.
Thank you.
I would feel like a man needs a woman for survival.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Hold on.
If he wants to be reproducing, right? He said
he's on reproduction. Okay, got you.
Because he was talking to me. Because
what is he going to do? Have the baby himself? I don't think so. I don't think you could do that.
Okay, hold on. All right. No, I got you. All right, so the first part you said was definitely, no, you said about the reproduction thing. Yes, I agree with that. The first part about it, you do have to understand, though, that men created the tools and the society for you to have that, what do you call it? The opportunity to be able to survive by yourself. And I think that's where most men are like, you still need us for that. That's what I think.
Why do we still need them for that? If it's already provided for us?
Wars.
Yeah. Okay, there's females out there fighting just as men is out there fighting now. Yeah. So
I mean, men.
What's really there to argue about? They need to understand that this is not the same world that we used to live in. This is not the same world that our parents grew up in. This is now today's society. A lot of things have changed, and men and women
chat going crazy though.
Do not really have a lot of the same opportunities, but they do have just as much as opportunity as men in today's society.
And this is
they need to stop thinking about what it was like before and start thinking about what it's like right now. Use the facts of today, not the facts of the past.
And you weren't even there in the past. None of us were.
Exactly. So be still living by those same rules? Come on now, grow up.
Like, come on.
They cooking over here.
Grow up.
Come on here and tell us we're uneducated. That's very rude. Like, I'm not saying anything disrespectful towards the men or anything. It was a man.
If anything, we're agreeing with half of the things that are being said.
Okay, hold on. We got another super chat. Hold on. Let's stop the fire real quick. We got another super chat. $2. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You decided to bring the feminists on today, huh? Would you guys consider yourself feminist before we continue?
I'm not a feminist at all.
No, not really.
No,
to be honest.
And I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, but I find some feminists to be very, very, very pushy and just extremely over the top with it. Like, I'm trying to think of just an example. Like, I'm not going to say I'm against feminism. Obviously not. No. But there are some very psychotic feminists out there who literally just hate men for no reason.
Yeah.
I honestly would feel like if the man deserves the credit, give the man that credit.
Exactly.
Got you.
Like, you give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You give respect where respect is due. And you know, it's...
Oh, hold on. We got another super chat. What's going on? Y'all going crazy right now. I appreciate the super chat. Michael Jones, the delusion is real.
Delusion.
He's probably talking about earlier because that was a little bit earlier. I'm just not getting to the more super chats.
Well, I just
hold on. We got another super chat. They just not playing today. What's the percentage of women that none of the infrastructure? What? What's the percentage of women that run the infrastructure? Vanessa, Phoebe.
Excuse me, what was the question? I'm so sorry.
Got you. Yeah. They getting drinks over here. All right. What's the percentage of women that run the infrastructure?
I can't give you that. Like, I don't know. I didn't do research on that, so I couldn't give you a straight answer.
I mean, infrastructure.
I'm guessing he's talking about politics. I'm guessing.
I don't want to get into politics.
Yeah, please let's not do that.
No. Hold on. Let's pause for a second.
We all be fighting if we do that.
We're not actually getting into politics. We're getting into who's in politics because that's a different thing.
I am glad that Biden won and that there is a...
Wait, hold on. Wait, what? That has nothing to do with what I said. Hold on. Wait, what?
I feel like there's not as many females in the politics world. Okay. And I feel like there should be.
Yeah,
okay.
there definitely should
Just
be.
because-
And there should be.
This is not only a man's world. You have to remember that women live in this world as well. So we have a right to our own opinions and thoughts on what goes on around in our world.
I would
and
agree.
Please
I would
let
agree.
me just say this. I don't
Okay.
think not one man, I don't care who he is, in the office or on the Senate should be able to make a goddamn decision about whether or not I want to have an abortion. It is my body and it is my right. And that is the one thing a man should not be able to decide. And yes, I mean, I do understand that if he wants the child, then yes. But other than that, I'm talking about like Donald Trump and them saying that.
I would definitely have to disagree with a caveat that I don't want to get too much into it, but I'm gonna just say my piece and move on. No. So here's the thing. So at a point in time, that baby can live outside of you. I think if you abort it after that point in time, then that's when a situation can be tricky. I'm not saying any rules or laws can be made with that, whatever. But at that point in time, then things do become tricky. Now, if you're talking about the early stages, so it's been like 2 months and it's still, what do you call it, zygote or whatever the name is for that, then yeah, by all means, do what you got to do. But if it's something that can live outside of you, then that's when I think a lot of things
No,
tricky.
I'm referring to when back, like, I don't know, I think it was like a year or so ago when they were saying that even if, like, this one Alabama girl was raped or something, or
Yeah, that's crazy.
incest
No,
or
that's crazy.
something,
That's crazy.
And, like, they're trying to say you can't have an abortion.
Nah.
And
That's crazy.
how
Okay, I
can
got you.
Yeah. Like,
No, that's crazy. Yeah. Let's get back to the thing though, because we're getting a little off topic right now.
Culture and society today that people are fighting for fairness, but yet I'm sitting here saying, hey, I'm allowed to expect it too, and I'm going to be attacked and told
Okay, can I respond now?
different.
Okay, no, let me tell you something. First of all, men don't worry about fair. The sexual marketplace is not fair.
Yeah.
All is fair in love and war. It's not fair. There are guys that out there that you wouldn't give the time of day who could have a heart of gold because they don't hit your marker. Oh no, ma'am, I'll let you speak.
You don't know that.
No, I know that you don't give every man a chance is what I do know.
You don't. Well, actually, you don't know that at all.
Okay, are you saying that you are the one female on the planet that will give every man who wanted you a shot?
No, I am not.
Okay, then I can assume that was correct. Let's move on.
Why
Let's not get lost in. Okay, that's a deflection. Let's not get lost in that. Ma'am, you're talking about unfairness. Where in the world is it fair like you need it to be?
Ooh.
Is it fair for you here in America?
No, ma'am. I ask you, where in the world is it fair? Like, I'm not complaining about it. I deal with it. I deal with the unfairness and overcome it because I'm a man and I can deal with it. And I'm asking you, where is this place? Where is this ideal place? Where's the ideal model?
It exists.
Exactly.
There's 3 women here sitting like here, never wanting to go on a date again.
Well, no. How about not wanting to go on a date? What's happened in this world more than anything else is mankind has learned how to get along with each other since recorded history. But around the 60s, when the National Organization for Women, the ERA, not Phyllis Schlafly, she was on our side. When all this stuff came in, feminism, second wave.
Okay, before we move on, I got some super chats. He clarified infrastructure. He means like construction, sewer, water, basic things that we need, science, math, stuff like that.
There's female architectures now in today's world, so his point is still irrelevant.
It's not.
And thank you for the super chat, by the way.
If we're talking about everything that was built before women had their rights to do things like that, then it would be a different story. But like I said, he has to take his mindset out of that because we're not living in the past. We're living in the present today. And women do create and construct things like that. Maybe they don't build it themselves, but they still come up with the architecture part of it.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't 1800s anymore. Give girls some credit.
So please start living in the present and not in the past.
Just give us some credit.
All right, we got another super chat. Money making master. Ask her if she off a Zion. What is it? Zion.
What's
Zayn.
I put Zan.
I don't even know what that is.
Ask which one.
A Zan.
Zan. What is a Zan?
A Xanax?
Xanax there.
Oh, it's a pill. Okay, gotcha. I don't do drugs. I've never done drugs. I do want to smoke though one time. I do want to smoke one time.
Oh, we can do that.
She's like, we can make that shit happen.
We can make it happen.
I want to try that one day.
What? You've never smoked?
I'm I'm the red one.
I don't have tattoos. I never smoke. I'm just not, I'm not out here like that.
That's different. I'm just kidding.
She said that's different. All right, we got another super chat. Peter B, thank you. I really appreciate that. Men built and run the country while women complain from their office jobs. Ooh, what are your thoughts on that?
I do feel like there's a lot of women that do settle for office jobs and don't want to get out there in the real world. Like in a man's world, I work commercial cleaning. So I work on construction sites along with the men.
Wow.
Our work is probably not as, we don't have to deal with too much of the heavy lifting stuff, but we're right along there with them.
Okay.
See,
gotcha.
I've worked literally. I used to work it was ATL gutter and windows cleaning.
Okay.
Out in the hot sun with literally we would get on the roof, clean gutters. I'm sitting there cleaning windows of these big rich people's houses. I mean, it's hard work, and I'm not going to sit here and say that, no, and like I said earlier, no, everybody isn't equal. I mean, we're all equal as in we all deserve the right treatment if we're all good people. But, I would like to say, and I would like to give a really big shout out and respect to the Hispanic community for the work that they do. I mean, being in construction is not easy.
We got another super chat. God, y'all killing it today. All right, Courtney Wilson, super chat has said, you still very much need men. The world you live in will not function without men, i.e. police force, firefighters, engineers, plumbing, military, 95% men.
Yes.
Thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate that.
But there is still
women.
Where's the other 5%? There's still women. Just because there is not as many women doesn't mean that
there's not.
We still need to survive on a man, because I can tell you right now, I'm living proof. I have survived without a man.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So I can put, like, I'm not saying that we don't need men. No one is.
Yeah, nobody's saying that we don't need men, but what I am saying is that I do not need a man to survive.
Got you.
Exactly.
Okay. Got you. Okay. No, I got you. We got another super chat.
And that's me personally speaking for myself, not for every woman. So
got you. Yeah.
Take that into consideration.
True. Another super chat from Dwayne. Thank you. I really appreciate that. If all running water and power were shut down today and everyone had to fend for themselves, most women would be looking for a man to survive.
And that is right, because most women are comfortable where they're at, versus to other women who know how to survive on their own. That would be a different story for them. A lot of these women have relied on a man to survive. And I'm going to say that with all honesty, because it is true. But there's a lot of women also who have survived without a man.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
I was raised by my mother.
A female.
I'm an only child, and I only have had my mother my whole entire life. So we didn't need a man to survive.
Gotcha.
I had my mother.
Okay.
And, I'm not saying, I'm not saying we don't need men. We need men, and men need women. We have different jobs, we have different things, but a woman can be a firefighter, a woman can be a police officer, a woman can be an architect, and a woman can be a doctor, a nurse, and everything else.
And nowadays you do see things like that. So it's not like we're speaking the impossible, because women have made it possible. Got you. All right, let's move on, because I'm getting a lot of super chats for some reason. This is crazy. All right. Nostalgia. Thank you for a super chat. The percentage, bro. That's important. Yes, the percentage does matter. I don't even like saying your name. Cute dude 13. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Why can women today easily list all they want in a man, but then when asked what men look for, it's crickets? That's a great question.
Well, repeat that again.
Okay, one more time. Why can women today easily list all they want in a man, but when asked what men look for, it's crickets? Shouldn't that be a question for himself, honestly? Because if it's a woman asking a man, why is there crickets? No. Like, okay, so here's the question. When I ask you, hey, what do you want in a guy? I mean, what do you want in a guy? You can say, oh, I want tall, I want this, I want that, I want blah, 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 blah. But when I ask you, what do a guy want in you, you can't say anything. You should definitely know both, is basically what he's saying.
Oh, so you're saying, like, if you asked me if I asked you what you wanted in a woman, it would be you would like
I could be able to list everything, which
which everything, and you're saying it would be like, you know.
That's kind of a hard question to answer because it would have to be coming from a male. If I can't sit here, I can't sit here and tell you what you want from a woman. You have to tell me what you want from a woman.
The question's
you know what I mean?
Confusing.
Yeah, it's a little confusing
because
to understand.
I can't tell him what he wants, you know.
In a woman.
Well, yes and no. I definitely disagree. No. I definitely, because if you ask a man what do they really want, you get the same thing across the board. They want an attractive woman. They want a woman that's fit. They want a woman that's feminine. That a woman not necessarily pretty face. No.
But see, you basically just answered him because you're saying us asking you.
No. This is what he's saying. Basically, what he's saying is, I want to know when you go into a relationship, these are the things that the guy that you are going for want. You should lead with those things. So if he wants, most men want feminine, complimentary women.
Unless he has told me what he wants, then there is no really there's no really way of knowing what it is that he wants unless he has already told me what he's looking for into a woman.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we don't read minds.
I really can't answer that question for him. He's the one who has to communicate himself with me in order for me to understand and know what it is that he wants from a woman.
Okay, got you. Another super chat, hi dog. Jeremy, $2. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, okay, got you. He asked a question for you guys. What are your jobs, and would you work in construction?
I work in commercial cleaning which is construction basically.
Okay, Vivian.
I have worked in construction, and honestly, I don't like doing it because it's so hot outside.
It's a lot of labor work.
A lot of labor work. And I break nails.
And I would say,
I'm talking about drenching.
The thing that ticks me off the most when it comes to commercial cleaning, you are very repetitive in the things that you are cleaning. So today I can sit here and clean one thing, and then literally
the next day,
not even next day.
The next
I'm talking about minutes.
Later,
I can clean down an area, spotless clean. It could have probably taken me 30 minutes to an hour to get this perfect spotless. And then here you got a freaking painter coming along and then just dripping paint all over the fucking place. And they're too goddamn lazy to clean it themselves because they're like, oh, well, we got these women.
Into a therapy session.
These women over here that cleaning it up. That's cleaning it again.
Let's get back on track now real quick. We got another super chat. Evo Rebirth. The woman with the cap sounds stupid. She says these female architects, but not enough to survive on their own. Okay. Deflection is real. All right. Let's continue though. Hold on.
Stupid?
She said which one of us? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
The women with the
I'm trying
cap,
to continue. Another super chat. Teffa, $5. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Females graduate college on a higher rate than men. Okay. Yet they make up less than 10% of STEM graduates. Okay. Women don't have the desire to build. Thoughts?
I would feel like that's true. A lot of women don't have the desire to do something that a man is doing today, like in the construction field or something like that. They would much rather either have a job where they're sitting down on their ass all day or just not working at all and have a man providing for them. But that would be wrong because, like I said, what happens the day that man decides to leave you and you have nothing to fall back on?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
I'm not disagreeing here with this whole, the world was built by a man or whatever the case might be, because it was.
Okay.
And if you look at all the facts, it was. Yeah. But nowadays, and I could continue to say, if we would have gotten the same opportunities as men back then, there would be a lot more women in those kinds of fields and not just used to, because we're taught in the Spanish community, we're taught that, you have to cook, you have to clean.
Traditional stuff.
Traditional stuff.
Or you
but
get the chocolate.
Or you get the chocolate.
You get the chocolate.
Or you get the chocolate.
Yes.
Thrown at you,
And that's correct. But we're not living in the past. People are so stuck in the past, and that is a problem.
And it is a problem. Like, people are stuck in the past about a lot of different things. I'm not going to bring up because
hold on, pause for a second.
Canceled.
Hold on, pause for a second. Yes, some people are stuck in the past on certain things, and you know who I'm talking to because you know who you are. But let's continue.
Crickets.
Exactly, crickets. Yeet, I can't handle the mental gymnastics anymore. Laughing emoji. I really appreciate the super chat. Another super chat.
Like your YouTube channel is called The Red Pill. It's a hard pill to swallow. I know there's a lot of people who are going to disagree, but it's a sad truth. Like, if we would have gotten the same opportunities, there could be a lot more that women could have contributed to.
You can't disagree with that. All right, Peter B, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Affirmative action jobs they don't qualify for. Okay, all right, let's move on.
Because a lot of the times, a lot of the men feel that women would like to work in, they're not strong enough to do those type of things. I mean,
I just let women do what they want. Let men do what they want. Why do we have to sit here? And
it would all be about proving themselves. If a woman can say that she can do a certain thing, let her prove herself. If she does not succeed, then hey, at least you try to do something, or at least you try to prove your statement or whatever the cause might be. It's all about just giving the person the opportunity. You can never go wrong with just giving her
I agree
a
with the opportunity, just not the outcome, like he said in this video, which I want to get back to. So let me finish off with the super chats and then let's get back into the video. Super chat, Nostalgia Sounds, thank you again for the super chat. You either explain it terribly or the show. Okay, all right, I'll definitely fix that up in a minute. Let's see. Grind hard says, I run a cleaning business. It is not construction. Okay, all right, then thank you for the super chat.
It's not the same.
All right, anyway,
it's not the same. It's definitely not the same. Cleaning houses and cleaning commercial, it's not the same. I've tried to bring in a lot of ladies into this cleaning industry, and they will not last a day because they say, "Oh, I clean my house every day," and that's good for you, baby girl. But I promise you, it's not the same thing. When you come home and you got all this debris up in your hair, all up in your nose, you're not gonna feel comfortable. But if you really want to succeed, if you really want to go for whatever it is that you want to go for, then you have to make the effort. You have to make the effort. You can't expect things to come you that easily. You have to work for yourself.
Oh, hold on. We got 2 more super chats. Wow. And then we get back into the video. All right. Sounds says, you have the same opportunities today. Nothing changed. Most women go into everything but STEM. Stop it. And one more super chat. Evo says, in the first world country, women can be prepared and play. Hold on. Getting chats. I can't even keep up with this thing. Play independent, but when a war pop off, they putting on that apron and heating up that pot.
That is so disrespectful.
Personally, I will. I'm not gonna take my ass to work because more likely I'm gonna get my ass killed. I'd rather stay my ass home and do what I do best. Because if I know that I can't go to war, then why the hell would I put myself in that situation
and first
for?
of all, why the fuck I'm gonna fight for a country where
that doesn't even give a shit about the minorities?
It's getting hot right now.
About the minorities.
You got me fucked up, Joe Biden. If you think that I'm gonna be out here fighting for you,
I will not fight for this fucking country. This country is so corrupt.
Oh
you
my
think
gosh.
I'm gonna fight for this motherfucking country? This country is so corrupt. We have Hispanic children in cages.
All right, hold on. Let's not get lost in the sauce. Yes, I agree that this country. No. Yes, I agree that this country is corrupt. But if it came down to like fighting for people, or like a country came to like, you know, invade us, yes, I'll definitely pick up some weapons and I definitely will fight.
Of course, I'm not just gonna sit on my ass, but if you're giving me a choice to go out there and fight the front line, I'm not gonna take that choice.
I definitely would.
But if it's happening right now, here, right now, I'm gonna get anything that I can to protect mine.
I got you. Oh.
So I'm not just gonna sit on my ass and wait for it to be killed.
Y'all killing me with these super chats. I can't even keep up. All right, Drug Hours says, even though these women talking like this behind closed doors, if a strong man come they way and direct and serious, you can get great value out of these women, like money, for example, and networking, which I would agree 100%. And thank you for that super chat.
What was his name?
His name was Drug House, I believe. Yeah, Drug House.
Drug House. I mean, thank you.
All right. I hate saying your name. Cute Dude 13. All right.
We back again.
We back again. We back at it again. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Why do girls lie saying they want a nice? Hold on, that's off topic. But we can answer that. We can answer that really quickly. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Why do girls lie saying they want a nice guy? For you, both of you guys, girls.
Okay.
I don't think it would be a lie.
Okay.
A lot of girls would like a nice guy.
Okay.
But that also comes with like what we had talked about, beta male and alpha male. Any female would like a strong male.
A strong leading
male,
gotcha, yeah.
But that is also nice. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I think a lot of women would like a nice guy.
Okay.
And that's not a lie.
Yeah,
a lot of women would
lie.
love to have a nice guy, but now today's society, everybody's brainwashed by everything they see on social media.
Yeah,
and believe
everybody
everything
just
that they
wants
see
to
on
be.
social media.
It's just
So
like before.
Excuse me.
Before Instagram blew up, it's just people were themselves.
Okay.
Nowadays, everybody wants to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be something they're not. Like everybody wants to be a drug dealer. Everybody wants to be this.
a
and
rapper.
That.
Everybody wants to be a nail
get-
technician, a makeup
Okay,
artist.
but hold on. Yeah, I do agree that everyone wants to be something else. It's because they see results of that person doing that thing, and not necessarily is made for you sometimes. So you definitely have to balance out the seeing what works for someone else may not work for you, but at the same time, it may do work for you. So when he asked that question specifically, he's meaning like these guys that are being assholes, these guys that are being treating you like dirt, et cetera, you gravitate towards them versus gravitating towards the average nice dude that's going to open the door for you and et cetera.
I have an example for that. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I have not always. I'm just gonna talk about this one specific time, and I'll make it short.
Okay.
I gravitate towards an ex of mine who always hits me up when, you know, things are going bad in his life. We weren't together long. We were together for like a month. It wasn't a serious relationship or anything like that. But after my fiance died, you know, I've been, you know, very, sad, lonely. And he was there for me when my fiance passed away. But he is a literal piece of shit. And I realize that now and have been realizing it.
Gotcha.
But I always wanted, you know, to just try and, you know, maybe work things out. But it was because honestly, I don't even know why. I just know that.
See, exactly, and this is why men try to imitate the quote unquote bad guys, because you females don't even know why you gravitate towards these bad guys. So that's why they say, you know, nice guys finish last and blah 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 this and blah 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 that.
I like a nice guy.
Yeah.
But not a nice guy that's clingy, because most nice guys tend to be clingy.
Got you.
I
so
need
basically have
I need
options.
a nice guy that can still put me in my place when I need to be put in my place.
Okay.
Thank
And we can end with that. All right.
you.
So no, let's continue. We got one more super chat. There's a whole bunch of caps by Sounds. Thank you for that. Let's get back into the video. I really appreciate all the super chats that you guys sent. It's 400 viewers right now. This is the most that we've ever had. I would like everyone to hit that like button, smash that like button. Smash that joint, smash it for this perspective that we're doing it. Exactly.
Subscribe it.
Fuck it up.
Promise we will. You will love to see us again.
And let's continue.
Feminism. I'm a feminist. I believe in feminism. Feminism is about choice.
No, you really
Excuse
are.
me, ma'am. Feminism in its true form is about choice.
Yeah, we don't have a choice right now with what's
No,
going
you
on.
have a choice. She just exercised one right now. It got too hot. She left.
She left.
For context,
It's
in the
about
video
choice.
she left. Yeah.
If a woman wanted to be a housewife, she could do it. If she wanted to be a business person, she could do it. See, the choice was about all black people wanted was a choice, freedom, to have an equal shot, not equal outcomes.
Ooh.
Men accept these things. You don't hear men complaining about fair. If Donovan and I were playing a game of football or video game, if he was kicking my fucking ass, I would be a punk to sit up and say, "It's not fair. My controller's not working. The game is rigged. That's not fair. You're better." You know, I would have to just take my ass whooping, take my L's, and get better. That's what men do.
That you guys choose to be this way, and we don't want to choose to be that way. We want to be different. We don't want somebody that's going to cheat. We don't want anybody, we want someone that's that's going to be faithful? Why do we have to settle for these types of things that you're saying?
Well, first of all, you don't have to settle for anything. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. But what also does not have to happen is men don't have to be counter to their nature to make you happy.
And that's okay. So what's the issue?
The issue is that men are not the ones complaining about the state of relationships and dating as much as women are. Women wanted freedom of choice. Women wanted to be able to have sex with who they wanted to, marry who they want to, love who they want to, work where they want to, not work where they want to, go every place that men could go. You are the most free, most liberated group of women that ever existed on the human history, and yet you're the most unhappy. 1 in 4 out of you on some sort of psych meds. Women the marital rate is dropping with modern women. What else do you want men to do? We've civilized the world in general. We don't even have wars. You can do whatever you want to. And you're still not happy with the world that men built, telling us that we're not good enough because we don't move like women. We're not going to.
I just feel like you guys don't put in effort. I feel like the most of you
are you serious?
What are your thoughts on that? That was a lot.
Which part specifically?
Yeah,
I mean, it was a lot.
Question.
Okay, got you. Okay, let's get into a super chat before I even go into there. We got a super chat, Mr. Okay. I see what you did there. I really appreciate the super chat. It's a man's job to say what they want, ? I think he's referring to when you was talking about it's versus saying what you want versus what I should want type of thing.
And it's a woman's job to know what she wants.
Okay. When applying for a job, do you give a resume that says I'll do whatever you want for this job, or do you find out what they want beforehand and be prepared?
You find out what they want beforehand and be prepared. You're not just going to throw yourselves in a pack of wolves and expect not to be eaten.
Got him. Man down.
Like what?
No.
Yeah.
No, that was a great analogy. Mr. I see what you did there again twice. Definitely got him. Got him on that one. Well, let's continue with the video because that was fire.
That I don't put in effort?
I mean, the way that you're talking, it doesn't seem like it. Like,
no, but she's right in a sense because just what you guys are saying, most guys today, that's 80% of guys that
you guys are used to it, so you guys just don't even put
there's more. There's more guys.
Hold on, used to what?
To not putting in effort. You guys are so used to women just falling at your lap.
So I was born this way.
It's because the 23-year-olds matter, and not
but you know what? But the guys, let's not get lost in this because when they can get into VIP by just being the hottest woman in the club, that's okay.
Why is that your only argument?
Yeah, and
because it's the one that everybody understands. Because it's the one that everyone understands. And I could use more. Trust me, I'm a smart guy. I can give you more. But the point of the matter is, it's the one we understand, and the double standard benefits you, you're okay with it. What effort are women putting in today? Women still want men to move in a traditional way, but yet you're not traditional women.
Crickets.
I agree with that.
I'm confused how I'm asking men to act in a traditional way.
Yes, you want men to be traditional. I mean, most women. Okay, I run a show that has anywhere from 15 to 20,000 people watching every night. And women around the world consistently say they want a man that's earning in the high 5, low 6 figures. They want to have 2 to 3 kids and be married. Most women want the top 10% of men. You can go watch my channel and see this bared out. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, and other across the board. All these women are given an option. Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant? The answer comes back overwhelmingly no, meaning they want to be traditional stay-at-home housewives. They weren't raised that way. They weren't cultured that way. They're not even equipped to be that way, but yet and if you ask them, could you date an average guy earning $50,000? Even women coming straight out of college turn their nose up. Men accept.
Let me ask you two right now before we continue. Could you date an average guy who makes $50,000 and that's all he's going to make?
A year?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I could.
As long as he's stable. Like, I don't need a man to go out of his way to fulfill the satisfaction of what he thinks a woman wants.
Okay.
I feel like he should at least have enough to provide what not just a woman, but what they both need in life.
Okay.
Like, I don't need fancy ass clothes. I don't need some fancy ass shoes or anything like that provided from a man. That's things that I can go and get for myself. But like I've said before, when it comes to being in a relationship with someone, I I don't need a man to provide everything for me. I can get my materialistic things myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But there has to be, I feel like there would at least have to be contribution from both sides, unless the man is a traditional man and believes that he's the one who's supposed to be providing everything for his woman.
Okay.
Because there's still men that do believe in that. My ex-boyfriend, for example, was like that. He preferred for me not to work and he provide for me.
Gotcha.
But I told him that was not going to happen. That
I want to do my own thing.
I'm going to do my own thing because look, where am I at today? I'm single as fuck. Where would I have been? Imagine if I would have quit my job just because he wanted to be the man of the house and live traditionally. You know what I'm saying? We're not even together at the end of the day. I'm still by myself and I'm still working for myself and providing everything for myself. At the end of the day, he didn't pay my bills or anything like that. We didn't live together, but I'm sure that if we would have lived together, that he would have been the one who would have wanted to provide most of those things.
Okay. Viviana, real quick.
Oh, well, you asked me that question again.
Okay, hold on. Let me just ask you a different question. Cute Dude 13 with the super chat again. I really appreciate that. Even a non-clingy, rich, handsome, nice guy will, in most cases, lose to a bad boy. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like that would just be depending on the female.
You said even a cute, handsome, rich.
No. Even a non-clingy, rich, handsome, nice guy will, in most cases, lose to the bad boy.
In some cases, that can be true depending on the female. Because I feel in my opinion, it's not about money and it's not about. Okay, yes, I am. I would like to be attracted to the person.
Got you.
Of course, obviously, who doesn't want to be with somebody they're attracted to? But at the end of the day, money is not the most important thing to me. It's love. Being in love and being happy together.
Dicking them down.
And
that's what's the most important.
And getting his dick wet and dicking it down and having and building a future. It's about love and connection. And if you got money, that's good. And if you don't, we'll work hard together to provide for us and our future family.
All right, Vanessa, what's 2 toxic traits they each like that they don't want to admit?
That I like?
Yeah.
2 toxic traits that I like?
Yeah. Cute Dude 13, that was his second question in the super chat.
Well, I would like to be with a cute guy, a super cute guy, but he doesn't have to be all that great looking for me to be with him. But I would consider that to be a little toxic just because a lot of cute guys do tend to attract more females or more out there and things like that. So I would find that to be a little bit toxic.
Okay.
And another toxic trait, I don't know.
Okay.
I would think that would just be like the number one toxic trait is just being like super cute.
Okay. I'm about to say it's not even toxic.
It could vary. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily toxic. But
Okay. Evo, thank you for the super chat. Let me see what he says. He says, commercial cleaners are glorified janitors. So is she half a construction worker? Okay.
Am I half a construction worker?
That's what he's asking. Half a construction worker.
I mean, I have to wear boots. I have to wear a hard helmet. So
plus, women's clothes are cheaper than men's. Okay.
I mean, I necessarily don't give a fuck how much it costs. Like,
got you.
Personally, I'm not gonna sit here and spend $200 on a pair of jeans. If I go to Walmart and find me a cute pair of jeans, I'm gonna buy those pair of jeans. I really don't give a fuck about the cost.
I gotta agree with that.
I can walk into a dollar store and if I see a cute ass shirt, I'm gonna fucking buy it. Like, I do not give a fuck how much it costs.
Honey, these fucking jeans came from the thrift store.
I love thrift shopping. It's the best.
Sounds another super chat. Then we get back into the video. He says I don't know if it's a he or she, but they say you can't eat love, and most women don't want to pay 50-50.
And remember what I told you in the first video that we were in, where I told you that my mom has always told me that you cannot live off of love.
Yeah.
And that is
and that's why you want to have your own stuff.
Money Second, well, that's why I put money above looks. Not because I'm putting the money like, oh, the man has to have money.
Okay.
He has to have stability. He might not have all the money in the world to get whatever it is that he desires.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I just want a man who at least has enough to support himself until we do get into something serious, and then we're growing together and building together. Okay. He doesn't have to be a rich ass guy for me to be with him. He at least has to be able to support himself.
He did follow up with something very interesting. He said, since they basically saying, because I want to frame it the way I want to frame it, because I like what you said, but I like the way I'm about to say it better. He says, when you're pregnant, basically you have to revert back to being traditional because you can't really actually do anything. So what are your thoughts?
What do you mean? There's always a choice. There's always a choice. Just
what do you mean? Hold on, wait, what?
There's always a choice. Okay, like let's say for instance, I get pregnant, right? I work in the construction field.
Got you.
If you want to put it like that. And if I get pregnant, I have, at least I do. I'm speaking for myself. I have the opportunity in my field of work to either do labor work or do supervision. Okay. That's what I do. I supervise. But I also put myself out there. It's not like, like, oh my gosh, this girl's talking all this shit and she's a supervisor. Like, no, I went from a labor worker right now to a supervisor because I'm having a little complications. With all my physical therapy, I'm not able to do labor work right now. But yeah, She's like, train of thought.
She lost her train of thought. All right, let's get back in the video because I want to finish things up. This is getting juicy.
A lot of super chats.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Excuse me, man. Men accept it. Can I finish my example?
Today you said he's making $80,000 and that wasn't enough.
Okay, so men accept this. Men accept the fact that college men accept the fact that they're in school right now with women their own age, that 80 years ago they could have married and had a family early on. Now they're looking at these same women, and these same women would not even look at these guys unless they're making six figures. Wow. Men have accepted the unfairness in the marketplace. It's not fair for men. 18 to 30, men used to could get married. Now you can't even really consider getting married till you're 35 plus because you have to have resources. That's the new marketplace. The thing is, but let me finish. Let me say this, and I'll turn it over. Men have accepted that and adjusted. The difference is the women are not bringing in. Women in mass are bringing this. Ask them what you want, you get War and Peace. Ask you what you bring to the table, you can't write it on the back of a stamp. You get access to my body, which is not virgin, which is not even low miles, which you've given to somebody before. And in some cases, you've even shared your womb. You're not even really feminine like women used to be. You don't even have the domestic skills, the home skills. So I would submit today that modern women are asking for an unfair deal from modern men.
So we should go back to 1950 and make it more fair.
Well, I tell you what's happening is the men have accepted this and they're deciding I am either not going to play this game because I cannot earn what these guys around you are earning. And they're just opting to walk away. And the men who are earning that have an overwhelming amount of options. They have a plethora of options. Men in the top 10%, top 5%. I'm 51 years old and I can pick whatever I want because women all want the same kind of man. And if you have options just like you're not going to do what? Settle.
He got close to the microphone. Settle.
Men didn't make it. Men didn't make the marketplace this way, ladies. You fought for it to be this way. This is freedom. Freedom comes with responsibility.
Clearly not for men.
No. See, when men were paying the bills, when we had the old system, men were expected to fight the wars, dig the ditches, build the buildings, pay all the bills. And when a divorce or something happened, men had to pay. Now women fought for equality. So you get upset when you deal with 50-50 mindset men.
No, I mean, I'd rather be an independent rich woman and be single than to be stuck with a man who doesn't give a shit about me.
And I would rather pay more than half of the bills.
Absolutely, exactly.
Okay, first off, you said you'd rather be in it, and if that's what you choose to be, great, you can do that.
Okay, hold on. Oh, no, matter of fact, let me let him finish. Let me let him cook this up.
And you can do that.
Exactly.
But the thing is, but the funny thing is, you would think that, and especially in my community, strong, independent, such and so forth, the amount of women who are high earners, independent, and miserable is amazing. Halle Berry, once the most beautiful woman on the face of the planet, 3 times in a row, is complaining about child support.
What are your thoughts on this? Hold on, before you start, I gotta shout out Fresh and Fit. I don't know if I did that before, but if I didn't, I'm sorry. And I want to shout out Fresh and Fit. They Fresh said something, or Fit said something very interesting. He said, when men make more money, they have more options. Yeah, but if women make more money, they have less options.
Who has less options?
If men make more money, they have more options.
To women?
Yes.
Okay.
If women make more money, they have less options.
To men?
Yes.
I would have to agree to disagree in some of the stuff that he says, because I feel like he is correct. There is a lot of women. And I would quote a song that says, broke men don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Okay, so
what song is that?
I feel like
I don't want no scrub.
I think it's a Megan Thee Stallion song.
Got you.
I think so. But what I want to say is that in today's society, a lot of people have let themselves get influenced by music. So nowadays, a lot of the women are thinking like that, because in music or in social media, everybody's telling them, oh, like if he don't got no money, he's not worth it. He's not worth it. Okay, he doesn't have to be a rich ass man for him to be worth anything to me.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? It's way...
She knows it.
Like my mom says, you cannot live off of love. You definitely need somebody who has some type of stability for themselves. For themselves. So I wouldn't sit here and settle for a guy who is cute as hell and doesn't have nothing going for himself. I would like somebody who has ambition, somebody who would like to do something with themselves and not just sit around all day doing nothing.
Got you.
Contemplating like, oh, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? You can get off your ass and do something about it. That's what the fuck you can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't need the man to be filthy rich or anything like that for me to be interested in that guy. And that is what we see nowadays in social media and the music that we listen to. And a lot of those things do influence on what people think today.
Got you.
They let themselves get influenced by what social media says. Everybody wants to be the next Cardi B. Everybody wants to be the next whoever the fuck. You know what I mean? But
Megan.
So you say, so basically, to put a whole summary on it, you're saying that music plays a big role in how women view men.
Yes.
Saying that if they don't make a lot of money, then they are
worth nothing.
Worth nothing.
And
Got
I
you.
don't think that's true, because there's a lot of men out here who actually have something going for themselves and they're fucking great at it, but don't get recognized or don't get the opportunity that they deserve.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, got you. Okay.
So it's like it's a lot of things. Like I agree with him and then I disagree with him, because me personally, I don't think like that.
Got you.
I know how to think for myself. I know how to take things into my own perspective. I take the things that I've seen through in my childhood with my own mother, who was a single mother raising 4 kids at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all about the perspective and all about what you've been through in your life. Or if you let the music influence you, then it's about that as well.
Got you.
But people need to take a step back and remember that
reality
is real. Reality is real.
Yeah.
If you're too busy thinking about what people are saying in their lyrics or what they're telling you on social media, and it's the people that you look up to, the people that you idolize, which are most likely celebrities, where did they come from? A lot of these people came from the bottom, and just because they have money, now they want to portray to be something that
they're not. And
I
don't want to cut you off.
Julio, could you change the battery of this camera? The camera went off, but we're going to continue on talking, and we're going to continue on talking. It's in my room.
Agree with
on
that.
top of the thing.
Like I would take Gucci Man for instance. He came from the bottom, Boulder Crest Road. I was just on Boulder Crest a couple of before I came here actually. And you know, he says in a song like the song, I think it is. What is
it's on the side, to you, close to you. There you go.
Which song is it? I don't know which.
No, but Viviana, what are your thoughts about the if you don't make a certain amount of money, you don't want him? Like, does a man have to meet a certain amount of money for you to date him?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go based off of Alex, my fiance, who's no longer here.
I know we blacked out, but we are still going with the podcast, changing the battery right now.
I am 17. I was 17 when me and him met, and he was 21. And I don't know. He had a car, and basically, when I am in before I had my own car, the only thing that mattered to me is if my boyfriend, whoever I dated, had a way to transport us from to wherever we needed to go.
And could you turn it a little bit?
And pick me up or what so and whatnot.
Okay.
I never, as a young girl, at 17.
Julio. You forgetting the whole person.
Just completely cropped me out. I'm still here.
Beauty queen is still over there.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, money doesn't a big thing for you.
Money is not a big thing for me when it comes to love, because I'm not no Anna Nicole. You know, I want to love a man for him and for how he treats me and what we do together, and you know, if our pheromones match, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
got you.
It's I love for love, not for money.
Okay.
And for the record, I've dated plenty of guys. No, I've dated plenty of guys that had mad money.
Okay.
Mad fucking money. But the first thing that I see, not necessarily the first thing, I definitely would give him the benefit of the doubt. But if he proves me wrong or right, I guess you would say, on how I'm thinking or feeling at that moment, then I would not think about it twice. I wouldn't give a fuck about the money. Like, bro, go ahead and take your money and take your shit and get the fuck on, bro.
Okay,
like,
hold on. Keep that same energy.
Day,
hold on.
At the end of the day, my sanity is way more valuable to me than anybody's fucking money. Because like I said, I can go out there and get it myself. I will never give a guy the satisfaction of telling me, oh, you wouldn't have that because of me.
Got you.
Fuck that. If you decided to give that shit to me on your own account, then that's on you. I'm gonna keep that shit because at the end of the day, you gave that shit to me, not me asking for it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do hate when people give things and then they try to throw it in your face later.
They hold that shit over your head.
But hold on, we got a super chat. Cute dude 13. That's why I said keep that same energy. He says, chick in the cap. I guess you like her.
He always coming after me.
Oh, exactly. Won't be a wife to the broke cute dude. He says, but she'll let him smash for free. Okay?
No.
That's real disrespect.
First of all, if you broke, like if you have no money at all, there's not going to be anything there, because at the end of the day, like I said, like I've worked hard enough for myself. So I'll be damned if I take care of a grown ass man who has had the same opportunity as I have.
Got you.
Being a fucking female. If I could fucking do it,
then you
can do it.
Got you.
You can fucking do it. If I can do it, you can fucking do it. I'm not going to be with
just have the bare minimums, not necessarily be like super duper crazy rich.
You at least have to be able to support yourself.
Got you.
At least be able to support yourself. I'm not asking you for anything. Whatever the fuck I want, I can go and get it myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you want to make this work, we would at least have to contribute something together, because I'm not going to be the one providing for a grown ass man.
Okay.
I'm not.
Now, I would definitely... Oh, wow. Well, now we getting crazy super chats. They got a lot to say, I guess. Hold on. Evo, Catwoman has the luxury to work and make her own money because of us. Eat that up.
Because of y'all. At the end of the day, I was raised by a woman. A woman taught me everything that I know. My father has been there for me, and I love my father with all of my fucking heart. I'm a daddy's little girl, but a woman has taught me to be the way that I am today. An independent, strong woman.
Okay, Yeet sends a super chat. I'm going to change what he says, because what he says is kind of doesn't help the situation. So I'm going to change the question to, do you feel that being that way hurts your relationship? Like being masculine actually hurts your relationships?
It probably does. It probably does, because at the end of the day, men are too prideful. Men are prideful as hell. So they're not going to... like statistically speaking, a man is not going to be with a woman who has more ambition than what they do. Let's put it like that.
Okay. Yeah, she's right.
Because they're too much prideful. A man wants to be a man. He wants to be alpha. If a woman is doing way more for herself than what a man is, what is he going to feel like? He's going to feel like a little fucking bitch. And that's your problem.
Okay,
it's
so
not my
follow-up question.
problem.
So follow-up question, wouldn't that make you like, I guess, wouldn't that cause a problem with your relationships for everybody that you date?
See, I just
with
think
everybody that I date?
Meaning like having that masculine, not traditional, but that masculine energy, that masculine way of thinking, you don't feel like it's going to hinder a lot of your chances in relationships.
It probably will, but at the end of the day, that's that man's problem. He needs to let go of that pride and let the woman be fucking great. Come on now. Like, if I let you be great, let me be fucking great. And we'll both be happy. But if you're going to stay here and act like a little fucking bitch because I act like more of a man than what you do, then you need to change something about yourself.
Woo.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
All right, let's
if it's like that, then you just might be a weak ass man and you're not what I'm looking for.
Fellas, that's what you heard. So if you want to be a strong ass man that she's looking for, you know, the links is in the description below. But we're going to continue on with this video before we get lost in the sauce.
She's rich. She's beautiful. She's miserable. How about this? There used to be a time where men and women actually did not war with one another. We didn't have these contentious things. We accepted that men were men, women were women. We acknowledged each other's differences. We respected those things and let the world work. In the last 70 years, we've decided let's rejigger everything and it's not working.
And you could rape your wife and she didn't have any rights and you could beat her.
Now, what's going on, guys, is this is the sign language that goes on again. This is when they go to the horror stories. In the Black community, we call this the color purpling of Black America. Miss Seeley, these things could happen, sure, but they did not happen in mass. You did not go to suburbia and see women's eyes hanging out of their socket.
I highly disagree with you. Okay. I mean, raping your wife was such a huge deal. It didn't even get.
I said eyes hanging out of your socket. You talking about? I'm not going to use that word because I'm on somebody's platform. Right. Can we not use that word though?
Because
can we not use that? Can we not use that word? It's YouTube sensitive.
I'm sorry. What word?
The R word.
R spelled backwards.
It dings the platform.
Okay.
I'm not rejecting the concept. Yes, ma'am, it happened. Right? But what you're trying to
think that world was better for me.
Okay, well then if the world is better for you, then accept the things that come along with a better world.
I just think that everything you guys are presenting are opinions and they're not facts.
Well, actually, there are more facts than you want to deal with because all I deal with based on facts.
There are things that you guys want to say are facts.
Okay, ma'am.
Statistics that show me this.
Here we go.
Okay, ma'am. My show, all I deal with facts and statistics.
Women
let them cook
that are happy in their environment, knowing they're being cheated on, knowing these things are happening to them, and you find them for me.
How many women we have?
Excuse me. Hold on. Let me ask the question again. Ask the question again.
You go find these women that are being happy, being cheated on. They're happy. And
excuse me. Hold on. Hold on. I will. Excuse me. I can go. I'll let you know. I can go out to where I used to live in Dallas in Highland Park. I knew at least 6 of them. 6 of them because they were. Excuse me, ma'am.
And that have been.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. If you let me explain to you, I will.
You're not letting me finish my thought, and then you
asked a question. You asked a question. Go find these women, and I'm going to tell you where.
Okay, before we continue on with that, because I think we're about to wrap it up after we listen to it a little bit more and we get back to it. I just want to ask you guys a simple question: would you rather be with a guy who's barely making it in life, but he's faithful? He's only for you. Or would you rather be with a guy who has a tremendous amount of money? They still have like the same personality, but he just steps out on you every once in a while.
I would rather be guy with the first one.
The first one.
The first one.
Because
all
like
the
I
fucking
said,
way.
Yeah, all the way. Because like I said, money can't buy happiness. And like, I know that I keep saying this, but I mean, after my fiance passed away, I'm 21. I was 19 when he passed away. He passed away in May. My birthday is in June. So after he passed away, on my birthday, I got a car. And
I see a lot of cap emojis.
I'm not capping. Y'all can really shut the fuck up and go on my Instagram and check if you think my fiance is not really dead.
No, not that. No, what the fuck?
I thought you were saying I was capping about.
No, I'm saying though when you made that choice, they basically was just talking about choice. But hold that thought. We got another super chat. Cute dude, again, thank you. I appreciate that. Hope you
he
don't
loves us today.
God, at least cute dude, 13. We out here.
He loved you.
Yeah, he loves you. He wants you, guy. All right, women want traditional men, but women can't be that themselves. No equality. The fact that she knows she's masculine, women hinder the relationships, but blame men. What are your thoughts? Because that's only you.
But who's blaming the man?
Okay.
I never said anything about blaming a man. If anything, I've been agreeing with most of the things that he's been saying.
Got you.
So it's like really
no, I think specifically he's talking about the part where he says boost your ego or change the way you think about women, that part, not anything
the
else.
way that I think about women?
No. So you said that a man should be less prideful, be more open to women being masculine, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. That's what he's saying. So he's saying that why should a man have to change instead of you just become more feminine?
It's not about changing. It's not about changing because at the end of the day, I feel like you shouldn't be with somebody who you feel like you should change. If you fall in love with a person, you fall in love with that person for who they are.
Got you.
Not what you could change them into. You know what I'm saying? Because if a man loves me, he's going to love me and my flaws and accept me for who I am. Yes, not maybe, but yes, a person will change along the way, but it's not something that's going to change overnight. Whatever it is that he doesn't like about me or that I don't like about him, you cannot expect a person to change overnight. A person's going to change willingly, not because you tell them to. Yeah,
I would agree with that. And another super chat. It's actually on that same exact subject. Royal Reese, I appreciate you. Super chat. He says, or she, could be both. I don't know. For the woman in the cap. I don't know why they keep going for you.
Because they hate hearing the fucking truth. I've been spitting nothing but fucking facts since the beginning.
I gotta have her back every time.
Because of my opinion.
Let me read it. Because it could be a good thing. Could be a good thing. All right.
Y'all don't want to say nothing to me.
It's okay to be ambitious, but are you too ambitious to purposely avoid men with goals? First question, just think about it for a second while I read the second one. Do you think it's wrong to support a man's already established dream and let go of your own agenda? That's a great question, actually.
No, if I would be supportive. Okay. I would, if I know that he's great at it and I see the potential in him, go for it. I'll be there to support you all the fucking way. But if that is not taking you anywhere, I'm going to let you know as well. Because at the end of the day, if I'm really into that person, I don't want to watch you fail. If you're not good at something, I'm going to let that be clear. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And especially coming from the person who's next to you, your fucking partner, the person who you're building with. Yeah. That's the person that you're really going to want. The opinion that's going to matter the most.
Okay.
Because if you're trying to build with that person, of course, you're going to want to know their opinion and what they think about it. If I see that he has full-blown potential and doing what he wants to do in his career, I'm going to go ahead and support that all the fucking way. But at the end of the day, you have to have something to support yourself. Okay. I'm not going to support a bum-ass nigga who has something going for themselves, and then I have to be the one to provide everything for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
No, it's not right. It's not right because at the end of the day, like I said, I could decide to leave him or he could decide to leave me. And where is that going to leave the person?
Got you. Okay, but answer the first question. I'm going to say that again because I think you didn't answer that one.
Yeah.
It's okay to be ambitious, but are you too ambitious to purposely avoid men with goals?
No, okay. I would love a man with goals.
Okay.
Just because I'm ambitious about my own things doesn't mean that I'm not going to be attracted to a person who's not ambitious about his own things.
Gotcha.
He just has to be going somewhere with it.
Okay.
He can, it's one thing to be passionate about something and having a future with that and having a passion for something and realizing or knowing that you're not going to go anywhere with it.
Okay. Now this question is for both of you guys. So Vivian, you can answer this as well. It's a super chat from Control. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Women ask men to change. When we ask them to change, it's always an excuse. Okay. Excuses are the brick that lay the foundation for a bridge that leads to nowhere.
It depends on what you're asking them to change about themselves. Because if it's something that you already knew was there before you started taking this person seriously, then why did you even get involved with this person?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Knowing
that
how
that's
something
are.
that you didn't like.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Got
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like you can bring it to the person's attention.
Got you.
You can. I feel like you should bring it to the person's attention. But I feel like if you knew that they were like that from the beginning,
then you shouldn't
then there shouldn't be a problem with it. You know 100%. What I'm saying?
Yeah. Viviana, what are your thoughts on that? Changing people.
I think that you shouldn't, like, see, this is what it is. It's just like when you first get into a relationship with somebody, they're obviously, it's the honeymoon phase. You know, we're sweet and we're happy.
Blinded by love.
Blinded by love. Exactly.
Love with
then when you start getting comfortable, people's true colors start coming out.
Yeah.
And that's when it gets hard because, you know, when you first started dating, he or she was the amazing person. Yeah. And that's why you wanted to be with them. And then now that you're comfortable, they start doing things that...
No, that's a great point that you brought up. It's kind of like a little trickery in a sense. It's like and you don't even know the bad things yet because they haven't showed the bad things.
They're not going to show it until they're comfortable. And that's why...
That's a great point.
And that's why really you can't... And unfortunately, I hate to say this, but I really think that you can't really know until...
You will never, ever. You can be married for 20 years. I promise you, you will never, ever finish knowing somebody for who they truly are, because some people are so sneaky and conniving that they will do anything and everything to try to hide that one thing about them that they do not want you to see. And this is where I wanted to say, statistically proven. Statistically, and I'm speaking facts, y'all. Y'all go look it up for yourselves if y'all want to. I would say at least give it 3 months. At least date for 3 months, because after 3 months, it is very hard for a person to keep up with the persona of who they wanted to be to impress you.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
On who they portrayed to be. So at least date for 3 months. Take it slow for 3 months, because after 3 months, it's going to be so hard for that person to continue on with
their bullshit.
Yeah, their persona on who they're trying to be.
Okay, so just take your time dating. Now let's move on so we can finish this up. Let's hit this play button. And thank you all for the super chats. I really appreciate it.
I said in successful marriages.
Pause real quick. I want you guys to hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. You guys are getting some great perspectives from women.
Follow us on the G.
Follow us on the G. Oh, God. Let's get it.
We're really not.
Marriages.
10 years later.
And they're still married. Still married. Still married. There was a soccer... The soccer mom. Okay.
Cute dude. No.
Okay. Do you want to hear or not?
He didn't know.
Well, I mean, I just don't. I would.
You see, I could give you the example, and you still won't accept it, because there are some women who accept the fact that, you know what, if I want to have a man that's making $500,000 a year, that kind of living, he's not going to be able to go to the PTA meetings. He's going to have to work his butt off and maybe travel a lot. And guess what? They have an arrangement. But guess what? As long as you don't bring in home any outside babies, no diseases, and don't embarrass me in public, we're good. Guess what? She can also do what she wants to do as well. And they have an understanding, because when the marital rate in this country, the divorce rate in this country is over 51%. But when you cross a net income of $250,000, it drops to 20%, because people with more money got more reasons to stay together, and they find a way to do it all the time.
I respect your opinion, because at least it's fair. At least people get to have part of a deal, instead of just men get to cheat and women are going to sit at home and deal with it.
What I just gave you was a fact that anybody can look at.
Well, but again, I'm more okay with what you're saying. You're telling me it's going both ways, not just one.
Well, I'm telling you, it always has gone both ways. But the way you guys are set up is it's always women are the victims, and that's that feminism crap. I don't think women are victims. I think women can pick and choose. I think there are plenty of women like Melania Trump to choose to be married to a guy like Donald Trump and knew exactly what she was getting, was perfectly fine with being where she is. That's a choice.
I don't think I've ever sat here and claimed to be a victim.
Yeah, she is the worst. I mean, she's probably the best example because I'm not a Trump fan, but like she's the worst example to bring into that because it's like she's not.
She had the freedom to choose, and she chose.
She did.
So are you going to negate her choice?
In his background.
Absolutely, she wasn't an American. She made her choices based on.
Oh, listen to that, gentlemen. Fairness. See, this is what it is. This is selective feminism. It's feminism only when it goes with what I think. Thank you for proving my point.
I would like to make a point, actually. So if we brought up that plenty of Colombian women run game on white guys in Miami for citizenship, we would act like they're victims.
Nah.
No, I wouldn't.
Guys,
I wouldn't.
Nah.
Melania Trump does the same thing.
No, I wouldn't.
Citizenship, she gets.
I see y'all over there laughing and giggling.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, I definitely think when it comes to men, we don't look at each other as victims. We like, she just got you, bro. Like you just got.
There's a lot of women out there, and like she said, Colombian women that know how to run their fucking game, and they do, and they're. I mean, I'm not hating on it, but I'm not saying it's the right thing to do either. You know what I mean? Because there could be a lot of wealthy men out there who are lonely as fuck because, like we've said, money can't buy happiness. There's a lot of wealthy men out there who are not happy with all this fucking money. So
I mean,
they would want to be with somebody who's going to give them that love and affection. And a lot of women take advantage of that just because the man has money.
Gotcha.
And that's fucking sad. Like, I wish that shit would stop. It's so fucking sad that women sit here and use their looks and not even their knowledge, because a lot of these women are not even fucking smart. Like they're stupid as fuck. They just fucking look good, and men fall for that shit.
Well,
they need to stop looking at the fucking physique. And like you said, it is on them. So it's their fucking fault. So what the fuck are you upset about? You made that fucking choice. Come on now.
Exactly.
You can spot a hoe from a fucking a real woman. You know what I mean?
If you get on this red pill, you definitely can. Vivian, what was your question?
Have y'all ever watched 90 Day Fiancé?
I have never.
Me either. No. What is that?
90 Day Fiancé is a show where a couple, let's say, you were in fucking, you're American and I'm in Bulgaria, and where we met on the internet.
Oh, hell no.
And
I already know this going.
We wanted to date.
Never
and
ever.
something. No, this is a whole show.
No, I get it. Go ahead.
And like literally, like so. You would get me a 90-day visa, and I would come to America, and we would have 90 days to get married. Or I would have to go back to Bulgaria. And so, basically, the show is like, I just know this one couple, Danielle and Mohammed. She is on the plus size, and he and older, and he was much younger. And I think he's from Tunisia or something like that. And let's make a long story short.
Got you.
He came over here for a green card.
Okay. Got you. Again, if you're a guy and you let women take advantage of you that way, that's on you, bro. Like I will never.
Your problem.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a man, so I don't have a man's brain. I can't tell, but I'm a woman, and I can tell when somebody is really feeling me and when they're not.
No, see, now that I disagree with you 100%, because women can definitely be manipulative. They can definitely show you that they like you, but really don't. A woman can
and
vice versa.
You're right.
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that women can't be manipulative. And I'm not saying that men can't be manipulative. But everybody can be manipulative. I'm just saying that, I feel like if in that case, that if you were like dating somebody who was in a different country, and then she came over, and you could tell if she was really into you,
or
she just wanted that green card.
Yeah. All right, we got some super chats.
Personally, that could never fucking be me.
Yeah, same here.
Never. Do you guys know that catfishing is real?
Yeah.
That bitch or that man is gonna come overseas, and they're not gonna. It's gonna be a whole nother man. It's gonna be asked out.
Let's try to wrap this up. Yeet says, "Is the girl in the middle good?" Laughing face. All right.
Great.
All right. Let's continue. Oh, someone sent a super chat, and I really appreciate that. Kendrick sends a laughing emoji. He's laughing on the floor right now. I'm glad you're enjoying this perspective
I'm
right now.
glad you are too.
This is fun. So let's finish up and let's call it a day. This is already 11 o'clock.
Oh, on the day. Drop top.
Do you guys what you are perceiving as
a deal? So let me explain. Let me say something, guys. Let me explain something to you, ladies. What men and women have always done is not worried about the Western notion ideal of marriage. What men and women have traditionally done is sat down and negotiated and hammered out a deal. And that's what they do. You hammer out a deal. Melania Trump got a deal. She is not a prisoner. She could have chosen to leave. This is a free country. If Donald Trump wanted her to stay and she wanted to leave, she could have. She chose to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. Cute dude, I will answer your super chat, but at the end of the video because it's not specific on the topic that we were talking about now. But at the end of this video, I screenshotted it and we will answer your super chat because that's a great question.
Oh, like Melania Trump.
And that is not a valid argument.
No, but I would like.
It is not. Because that's not a valid argument. I'm saying the fact that there are women who make choices that you don't understand, but they're free to make them and happy in those situations.
But again, you're talking about choices that are going both ways when what I have been getting annoyed with is there is no sense of fairness. And that's what exactly.
There is no fairness in dating, ma'am. That's what you don't seem to get. There's no fairness in this. All's fair in love and war. It's not fair. It's survival.
I'm glad I know now. I just got a lot of empowerment.
Now that I heard everybody's opinion here, it's like I don't even want to date. Like I'm.
Oh, I do.
I'm gonna be even more exactly.
But understand something, and you can do that. But here's the thing, and that's fine, and that's fine. But here's the thing, and the thing, and while you're running game, the game will be played as well. Mm-hmm. That's fine, and men are okay with that. See, men are okay with the women.
Okay with that though.
Ma'am, you ladies set up the rules. We are playing the game that modern women have set up.
So Kevin, and I don't know if you heard it, but again, one of the things that's bothered me is that again, it's men can do this, but women can't.
Such as?
Again, the cheating thing. Well, if you're the 1% of men, then you get to do this, and it's because women show, love differently and blah blah blah.
Well, okay. I'll put it to you this way: if you're with a 1% man and you're cheating.
He's not around.
You better not get if you need to know you're a man.
Neither are
some men. I will say this: I know men in the 1% whose wives have. What do you think the porn where she's sleeping with the pool boy, the postman, came from? Women cheated. The Postman Rings Twice was a very famous movie in the 70s.
All right,
ladies.
Let me sound like he about to cook again. Hold on.
Understand their wives cheat. They're just rules to it.
But again, I like that you're telling me we're setting a plan up front because that's not what's been being said here.
That's always what it comes down to.
Loves you. He ain't going to let you know he's cheating.
There is something that comes down there is some man on the planet that you can actually make a deal with that you could accept. Now, the point is, can you find him before time runs out? But that's how it always comes down to. There are blanket generalizations that are broadly true for most people. But we're human beings. Everyone has a choice. Some guys cannot tolerate any cheating. Well, then if you need to get your itch scratched and you know what you got on the line, you got to rate the risk reward. Because if you want to risk it,
aim lower, I guess, lower your expectations. Because if you're dating, above the 1%, then you might get somebody that's not going to fucking cheat, right?
Maybe.
Well, hold on. And see, the notion of this whole aim lower, this is why when women say this, I don't think you realize that people... When I don't think a lot of times you ladies understand when you say aim lower, you're in that lower too.
Oh God!
You attract what you are.
Where's the cricket button?
I don't aim lower. I'm not going to aim lower. I'm just going to stop being such a nice person.
But the fact that here's some realities. Women control access to sex and determine whether or not a life is brought into the world. Men control access to relationships and marriage.
And
you can aim where.
All right. Let's do the super chats. Then I'm going to get your final thoughts on the stream. And then we're going to answer any more super chats. And then we're going to close things out. All right. Kendrick, super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. He says, if women could have done what these ladies say they would have done it before. I think he's still talking about the give the power thing. But I'm going to still ask this question. All right. If women could have done what these ladies say they would have done it before, they would not need men to give them power. Guess he's saying that if these women would have done the same thing that you was talking about the if we had the chance, the opportunity to do the things that you was talking about, then you wouldn't need the power necessarily for today type of thing.
No, we wouldn't need a man's power because we would have gotten that power ourselves if we would have been given that opportunity.
Okay. Got you. Kendrick, actually, is that again? Yeah, that's again. All right, he says, women cannot run infrastructure. Sorry. It's called natural selection.
Women can do anything that they set their minds to. So why
just
don't
as
you
well
take
as man can do anything
I really appreciate
that
the super
they
chat.
set their
though.
minds
and
to.
you can take that ignorant comment.
It works
somewhere
either
else.
way, just like she said, as ignorant.
Okay, got you. Now, what are you guys' final thoughts on this entire stream? About if you can't, since most women date the top 10%, and if you don't like the deal that you get with the top 10%, you should change who you're trying to date.
I most definitely feel like women shouldn't let themselves be influenced by what they see on social media. They should think for themselves and what they want deep down inside. I think that's what they should go for. I don't think that they should go for a man just to provide everything that she wants out of life.
Because that's not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah, a man can provide the whole world for you, but you're never going to be happy because
It's
that
not
man is never
yours.
going to satisfy you emotionally.
Okay, got you. Now, if you guys have any questions, any super chats, please send them now. And then we're going to wrap things up. So I'm just about to read all the super chats that we have left. And then we're going to call it a day. Yeet says, go to sleep. You're capping. Middle lady. Okay. Okay.
I'm capping.
Yeah, no, he
about
just
what?
says you copy. I don't know, but maybe I read it a little too late, so I didn't even know what part of the conversation that he was talking about there you were capping in. But I do want to ask the cute dude question. He says, give him a walk, if I can remember correctly, give him a walkthrough of when you met a guy he smashed you in one day or a day or whatever. What's like the walkthrough of what stood out for you and the qualities that he had for you to smash him?
Oh, well, I didn't lose my virginity till I was 17 years old. And that was to Alex Raykov, my fiance who passed away. So I was with him for 3.5 years and got pregnant. And then I miscarried 3 weeks before he passed away in a car accident. So I have only been with 3 men in my whole entire life. And 1 female.
Okay. Vanessa?
What was the question again?
The question is basically, give a cute dude 13 a walkthrough of a situation that happened where you had sex with a guy. What qualities stood out to you for you to be intrigued about that guy?
Like I said on the previous podcast that I did with you, I would have to, me personally, I would like to see who the guy really is, like for themselves, like who are they when his friends are not around?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Who are they when their family is around?
Okay.
That's what really gets me. It cannot be just about looks or what you have. It has to be a deeper connection than that.
Okay. Question. Have you ever had a one-night stand? Either of you?
I've had one night stand.
Okay, so now we get back to the real question. Is what qualities or things that this dude had that made that one night stand happen? That's essentially what cute dude is asking.
Yeah, okay, so me personally, I'm always going to want to get onto a deeper level than just physique. But I would definitely say maybe physique would be the number one thing.
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right, we got 2 more super chats and then we'll close things up. Kendrick says the one in the cap is about to fold. All right, cool, thank you. No, hold on, let me see here. The one in the cap would be the first to fold. Okay, God, they just
And that's his opinion, and that's okay because at the end of the day, they have the right to any opinion that they want to have. Because at the end of the day, they're judging me based off this one conversation that we're having. They're not judging me based off of who I really am deep down inside. They don't know me, so therefore, of course. Their opinion to me is honestly irrelevant.
She about to go sleep. Neo,
I'm not sleeping.
Neo says Kevin Samuels is my hero. I love that guy. I do definitely respect Kevin Samuels. Definitely, he needs a place in this world because a lot of women do need to be checked into reality.
They do need to be checked into reality because, like I said, a lot of them do not think for themselves. A lot of them think of what society wants from them or what society thinks that they should be, and that should not be like that. You have a brain for yourself, ladies. Use it.
Last super chat, and then we can close things up. Q do one last time. He says, would many women be a feminist without social media?
I can't speak for many women. I can speak for myself.
Same, and I would say that I just feminist is it's a word and it means one thing, but there's multiple dimensions to feminism because there's feminists like me who just to think that we deserve rights and we deserve happiness and the same rights as men, and then there's feminists that are extreme and they just fucking hate men.
And exactly.
Fucking like just want to kill
all men.
Slit their throats, just kill them. I hate them. And then there's the semi not as
that
bad
pleasure when they're gone
feminist, but then there's the feminist who is, there's the feminist who I presume you're kind of like me, and you're just like want everybody to be equally happy, and you're not
equal opportunities.
Yeah, equal opportunities and equally happy and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then there's the psycho feminist I just explained, and then there's like a middle feminist who's just like, she like, I would say she's like, she's very strong, opinionated about her views, but she doesn't try as hard as the psycho feminist to push it onto other people.
Okay, we got a super chat just now. It says the quiet woman in the middle seems chill. Thank you for the super chat, Royal Reese. I really appreciate it.
Royal Reese, thank you. I'm chill. I'm just chilling.
Where can I find you guys on Instagram? Like, what are your Instagrams? Can you shout it out for me?
Okay, mine is Stormy Night.
Okay.
STORMIE
Okay.
_ NIGHT.
All right, and Vanessa.
And mine is Sativa _Desert. That would be SATIVA _DOESIT.
All right, and if you want to follow these lovely ladies because of the perspective, their Instagrams will be in the description below. Again, I want to shout out Fresh and Fit podcast. The number one. Well, they, we was battling a little bit, but they number one right now. They're killing the game. I will shout out to them. I like their show, love their show. Kevin Samuels, love what you do, and I thank you guys for coming out. Thank you everyone for the super chats. We had a dope day, and I'm out. Peace.
Bye.
Thank you. Ray Kova out.
Drops the mic.